Most people think Baltimore's losing residents to other states, but actually they're losing them to Catonsville, Columbia, and Towson.
Well, well, well. How the turntables.
This isn't about people fleeing Maryland, but about a massive lifestyle upgrade happening in our own backyard. Thousands of Baltimore families are racing to claim their spot in the suburbs before prices explode. The suburban shuffle is real. In the next 12 minutes, I will show you exactly where everyone's going and why you might be next. Trust me, these numbers are staggering. The Great Baltimore Shuffle. The numbers don't lie. Last year, over 20,000 people fled Baltimore City, but they never actually left Maryland. They're right here in our suburbs. So what are we looking at exactly? Baltimore City population dropped from 585,000 to 576,000. That is a significant decline. But when you look at the surrounding counties, that's where everybody went. Baltimore County gained 8,200 residents from city moves. Howard County picked up 5,800. Anne Arundel County saw 4,300 new residents from the city. Harford County gained 3,100 from Baltimore. And get this, here's what blows my mind. About 70% of the city leavers stay within 45 minutes of Baltimore. They're not going to Florida. They're not heading to North Carolina. They're moving to Catonsville, Columbia, Towson, Glen Burnie, which I'll show you exactly why they're choosing these specific areas in a few minutes. This is what I call the suburban shuffle. People are staying local, but completely changing their lifestyle. When we talk about people leaving Baltimore, we're not talking about people abandoning Maryland. We're talking about a redistribution. It's a shift from the urban to the suburban living while maintaining those Maryland roots. And the counties are benefiting big time from all of this movement. So, what's driving this mass exodus from the city to the suburbs? Let me tell you what's happening. But first, if we haven't met, I'm Nick Waldner, and I've been guiding Baltimore families through their real estate journeys for over 20 years. Every week on this channel, I break down what's really happening in our local market, not the headlines, but the actual trends affecting your neighborhood. So if you want the inside track on Maryland real estate, hit that subscribe button and join all of us as we get the real story first. The push factors, why Baltimore residents are saying enough. Now, let me first say this. 3 main factors are driving this suburban rush, and they might surprise you. It's not what everybody thinks. The most important thing is schools. Baltimore City schools average a 3 out of 10 rating. Compare that to suburban schools that are hitting 7 or 8 out of 10. When it's your child's education on the line, that's a huge difference. Baltimore County, Howard County, Anne Arundel County are all showing significant higher school ratings. And that's factual data, not opinions. Families are looking at these numbers and making decisions based on them. Next up, we'll get the financial equation. Baltimore City's property tax. We're talking about 2.248%. The counties? Around 1.1%. On a $300,000 home, that's a difference of $3,400 a year. Add up over 10 years, we're talking $34,000 in extra taxes, something that's completely changing the suburban buying equation, and we're gonna see that later. Now, that money, that's real money. That could be a major investment in your family's future. It goes way beyond the tax rate. The average city home is about 1,400 square feet. In the suburbs, you're looking at 2,200 square feet for a similar price, sometimes even less. So if you're paying more in taxes for less space, the math doesn't quite add up for all of these growing families. And we've all known the game changer is remote work. Ever since COVID, about 40% of workers now enjoy that work from home at least part-time. When you don't need a commute every single day, living 20 or 30 minutes from downtown isn't a deal breaker. It's actually an opportunity. Then there are the daily qualities of life factor. Parking availability, infrastructure quality, space for your family. These things add up over time. Baltimore is dealing with aging systems, while many of the suburban communities have newer infrastructure that's more reliable. The ROI on housing tells another story. Suburban properties have been showing 5 to 7% annual appreciation versus only 2 to 3% in many of these city neighborhoods. Your house isn't just your home, it's your biggest investment. Where do you want that investment to grow? Now, here's what we need to do. Look at the total pictures. It's not one factor pushing people out, it's the combination. When families realize they're paying more for less, the decision makes itself. But where exactly are all these Baltimore residents going? Let's look at the suburban winners, where city dwellers are actually moving. These are the areas absorbing 80% of Baltimore's outbound residents. Let's break down why each one is attracting so many families. Catonsville and Woodlawn comes first. They're the closest option to the city, making urban convenience. You're literally 10 minutes from downtown. UMBC creates a college town vibe. The restaurants on Frederick Road are fantastic. Plus, you get the actual yards and driveways that people are looking for when moving to the suburbs. Single family homes here are run about $350 to about $450. Towson and Timonium attract those wanting urban amenities but that's suburban space. Towson Town Center provides shopping, the restaurant scene is incredible, and you've got beautiful residential neighborhoods. Walk a few blocks to the commercial areas and you're on the tree-lined streets. I mean, it is gorgeous. Average home prices are $450 to $550, but you're still on the light rail line to get downtown. Now, let me tell you about Columbia Ellicott City. These planned communities are drawing huge numbers, and the remote work revolution, I'll explain that later, is making these areas absolutely explode. Columbia was designed from the ground up as the ideal suburb. Village centers with everything you need, top-rated schools, pools, paths, community events. Howard County schools are among Maryland's best. Home prices range from $400,000 to about $700,000, and that education quality is a major draw. Glen Burnie and Severna Park represent different price points in Anne Arundel County. Glen Burnie gets overlooked, but provides solid homes in the $300,000 to $400,000 range with Anne Arundel County schools. Severna Park, more upscale, from $500,000 and up, but you're getting waterfront communities, small town feel. For those wanting maximum space, Bel Air and Falston in Harford County deliver. New construction everywhere. Half-acre, 1-acre lots are super common. The schools are strong and your dollar goes further. You can find quality homes under $500,000 with significantly more square feet than anywhere else. I'm also seeing specialized moves. Owings Mills and Reisterstown have become a magnet for specific communities with established religious institutions and schools. Perry Hall or White Marsh attract the working families. Of course, with solid schools, homes in the $300,000 to $400,000 range and easy access to jobs along that 95 corridor, it's no surprise people are choosing there. The price differences are striking. City homes average $250,000 for maybe 1,200 square feet that might even need work. That same $250,000 in Glen Burnie, that's a single family house with a garage and a yard. If you move up to the $350,000 to $450,000 in the suburbs, you're getting houses that would cost $600,000 in more comparable city neighborhoods. Each suburb has its own personality. Don't assume they're all the same. Visit them, drive the neighborhoods, get a feel for what matches your lifestyle. That's also what I'm here to help you do. Now let's talk about the pull factor. What suburbs offer that Baltimore can't. Former city dwellers tell me that these factors change their quality of life overnight. And it's not what you might expect. Space comes up constantly, but not just square footage. We're talking about yards and where the kids play. Driveways where you park your car without a hassle of looking for a spot. Garages where you can store your actual car or project. Basements you can finish for guest rooms or home offices. It's breathing room, both physically and mentally. School access transforms family life. Blue ribbon schools are within walking distance, PTAs that are active and engaged. Some Howard County schools actually have waiting lists because families move specifically to that school. Community feel is huge. Suburban neighborhoods still have block parties. Kids can play together after school. It's the neighborhood atmosphere that many city dwellers are looking for and they lost over the years of living downtown. Daily convenience might surprise you. Not circling for parking at Target, Costco trips where everything fits in your car because you actually have a garage to store it, grocery shopping where you park right in front of the door and walk right in. These sound like small things, but they add up to hours saved each week. Nature access puts you minutes from real outdoor experience. Patapsco State Park, Gunpowder Falls, and numerous county parks with trails and streams and all kinds of things for the families to do. It's a different lifestyle entirely, and it's what it's attracting people to the suburbs. Investment growth can't be ignored. Suburban properties in good school districts have been appreciating 5 to 7% annually. Places like Howard County show consistent growth year over year. Your house becomes wealth building tool, not just a shelter. And the most important thing, it's kind of a combination. When all these factors come together, families find that their stress levels drop dramatically. Quieter neighborhoods, easier daily routines, better educational opportunities, more space to live. And now, with how we work and how that's changing, this trend is accelerating even faster than ever. Remote work changes everything. When 40% of workers no longer commute every day, the entire real estate equation shifted. This is a reshaping of everything about suburban living. The biggest traditional downside to suburban living was the commute into the city. Fighting traffic on 95, 695, or 83 every morning, an hour each way, that was a trade-off. But now, if you're only going twice a week or you're fully remote, suddenly Bel Air doesn't seem far. Columbia feels perfectly reasonable. Even Westminster enters the conversation. Home office needs are driving a different housing decision. Everyone wants that extra bedroom or the finished basement for workspace. In the suburbs, you've got options. Whether it's a spare bedroom that you turn into an office, a basement you can finish, or even converting a garage. Space for a real setup. Not desks crammed into a corner. Technology infrastructure has caught up. Fiber internet is widespread. Verizon, Fios, Comcast, Gigabyte. Suburban's connectivity matches or exceeds what you have downtown. I've got clients running major businesses from home offices in Ellicott City, Towson, or Timonium. Co-working spaces are also popping up in the suburban centers too. Towson has several. Columbia has a beautiful shared office space. Need to get out of the house but don't want to commute to downtown? 10-minute drive to a professional space when you need it. I call certain areas Zoom towns within the Baltimore Metro. Manchester, Hampstead, Jarrettsville, these areas are seeing price jumps because remote workers discovered them. When your commute is mostly digital, the map of possibilities expands dramatically. Price per square foot makes suburbs logical for remote work. When your home doubles as your office, you need space. City prices for adequate home plus office space, astronomical. But the suburban prices remain reasonable. 4-bedroom house with a dedicated office space costs less than a 2-bedroom city condo. New construction is booming, especially in Baltimore County. Builders can't keep up with demand. Modern homes with open floor plans, built-in office spaces, and energy-efficient systems, these aren't your grandfather's suburbs, but spots designed for contemporary living. Multi-generational housing is another emerging trend. Suburbs accommodate in-law suites, finished basement with separate entrances, spaces for the extended family. Families are consolidating, pooling resources, and buying bigger homes together so they can find that flexibility that they couldn't find in the city. Let's have a real conversation about what this means for different types of buyers. Whether you're a young family, an empty nester, a remote worker, here's your roadmap. I'm breaking this down by budget and lifestyle so that you know what matters. Young families in the $300,000 to $400,000 range should focus on Catonsville, Perry Hall, and Middle River. These areas deliver the most value: good schools, established neighborhoods, an actual single-family home in your price range. Catonsville provides walkability and character. Perry Hall has newer homes with bigger lots, and Middle River includes some waterfront community options. Something I always tell young families is don't overstretch trying to get the perfect suburb immediately. Start where you can afford, build equity, and then move up. It's a proven path that works. Move-up buyers with $400,000 to $550,000 budgets unlock Towson, Owings Mills, and parts of Columbia. This range provides the best balance of locations, schools, and amenities. Luxury seekers, I'm talking about over $550,000, you should explore Severna Park, Ellicott City, and Bel Air's premier sections. These areas match any high-end city neighborhood, but provide so much more. Severna Park features water access and top schools, Ellicott City communities, historic downtown with the Howard County education. Bel Air delivers estate-like properties with some serious acreage. For the best schools, Howard County leads with River Hills, Centennial, and Marriott's Ridge, regularly sending students to the top university. Baltimore County follows closely with schools like Delaney and Hereford performing exceptionally well. Best value? That's Harford County. Most house for your money, new construction under $500,000, quality schools. If you can handle the 30-minute commute to the city, it's an incredible opportunity. Best city access? That still is the Catonsville Arbutus area. Downtown in 10 minutes, perfect for maintaining that city connection while gaining the suburban benefits. Best investment? I'd probably give that to Columbia Ellicott City. Howard County's consistent growth and limited new development land means there's steady appreciation. Buy there now, and I'm sure that you'll thank me in 5 years. The current market conditions create timing advantages. Builders need to move inventory, sellers are negotiating, the suburban rush is real, but you can still find value, and this won't last forever. The biggest mistake I see is how city dwellers are trying to recreate their urban life in the suburbs. That's missing the point. Embrace the change, join the community activities, let your kids play sports, shop local businesses. Suburban life is different, and you've got to lean into it. So that's what you need to do. Figure out your priorities. Is it budget? Is it schools? Is it your commute tolerance? Is it your space needs? Rank them. Find the suburb that matches what you consider the most important. Don't try having everything. Just pick what matters most, and let's optimize for that. The Baltimore to suburbs migration isn't a trend. It's a massive lifestyle shift, creating opportunities for those ready to act. While your neighbors hesitate, smart movers are locking in suburban dreams at prices that won't last. So if you're ready to join the thousands making the move from Baltimore City to the suburbs, you need a guide who knows both markets inside and out. My team and I have helped 400 families make this exact transition every single year. We know the neighborhoods, we match it to your lifestyles, your values, what's most important to you. Our job is to make this smooth and profitable for you. Shoot me an email at hello@waldnerwintersteam.com and let's talk. Now, make sure you watch my next video, linked right here, where I break down the pros and cons of living in Baltimore in 2025. If you're buying a home in the area, you need to see this so you can make the best decision for you and your family. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.